everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm excited. Today's video, I'm live at Deco Summit here in Miami, Florida. I have something awesome that I have been waiting to show you guys. It's the brand new, the latest DTF machine with Ricoma. It's their new Revel Aire. It's right here, live at Deco Summit, guys. It's their new Revel DTF printer. We'll get a close-up shot for you. It's running right now, and this is the latest one. It's coming out in October, and I'm going to take you through everything that you need to know. So if you're looking to scale your business, if you're looking to grow your business, if you're looking to get into DTF, you're looking to do it on a mass production, this is going to be the latest one. It's affordable, and it can fit through a regular size door. There's some other bigger models that Ricoma has, but this is their newest one. A lot of people have some issues getting the bigger ones in the door, or they couldn't really afford it. It might have been out your price range. But guess what? Ricoma has an awesome deal for you, and I'm going to tell you all about it. And I think I might just be the first one, so you came to the right channel. But I don't know everything just yet, so I have the best of the best here, some awesome Ricoma text that's going to give you everything and tell you all the features, all the specs about this awesome new DTF. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce them to the channel. We have Diego, come on down, and we have none other than Eric with Ricoma. So I'm going to let them do what they do. I'm going to be asking as many questions as I can, things that I think you might need to know, but of course they're going to fill in the gaps, and they're going to help me out and introduce this brand new product. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Because I'm excited. All right, so without further ado, introduce yourself and tell them who you are, what do you do?
My name's Eric. I'm a Ricoma printer tech. I do a lot of the in-house repairs as well as anything that has to do over FaceTime or phone call.
Okay.
I'm Diego. I'm the main travel tech for whatever is printing related for Ricoma as well. So I'm pretty sure some of you have been to your houses and fixed your machine.
Oh, okay. You've never been to my house?
Not yet. I hope never either.
All right, now. Don't come to my house. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump in, and they're going to tell you all about this awesome machine.
So over here we have our brand new Revel Aire. This is a 12-inch two-head printer, right? The only difference this has versus our larger model, which is the Revel 12-02, is that these nozzles do have two only versus the four that are included in the 12-02. So what does that mean? So this is a lot more it's a lot more house friendly and sturdy. To get something to start off, this will be the best machine and option for you.
Okay. Right. So now let me just ask you a question. What does the two-head, or what's the difference between the two-head versus the four-head?
So the printhead model that we use on this machine is the 1600. The Nikon 1600, which has 1600 nozzles, compared to the 24 and the 1202, which uses 3200 Epson nozzles, which is Epson printhead, sorry, that bring 3200 nozzles on them. All right. So what we're gonna have is gonna be a little bit of a shift in the speed of the print, not the quality. So quality is gonna be pretty much the same. If you put it side to side, it's not gonna be as noticeable, and the color accuracy is gonna be accurate as that one over there. It's gonna be a little bit of the speed because you're using less nozzles. All right. So it's also a smaller machine, and what increases is a little bit of the speed, but it's not that much of a downside.
Okay, awesome. Good to know. Okay, and what all comes with the bundle?
So I believe you get the heat press and you get the whole set right here, which is the printer, the dryer, and the purifier.
Okay.
So you get all three.
And this is the dryer right here, and it opens up, right? And they just put the powder inside.
So down here we do have the prints. So this is where the print will run through. Over here is the shaker. This gets rid of the excess powder. We do not have powder running because we are just showcasing the printing process. And down here we do have the duster. So what this does, it'll basically just start the dusting process, start lowering dust onto it, and the dust is adhesive powder. So it'll go onto the image, run all the way down, get hit by the shaker, so any excess adhesive powder goes ahead and starts off, gets kicked off into the bottom and goes onto the next part, and then the process repeats itself. And we'll go into the dryer over here, through the dryer. The purifier will go ahead and get any fumes that come out, so you guys go ahead and stay safe. You know, we don't want any of those toxic fumes being inhaled by you guys.
Of course.
And then down here we have the cooler. So what this does, any excess adhesive powder that has not been drying, will go ahead and finally finish curing it.
Okay. And right now you said there's no powder going, right?
There's no powder going on so far, so there's no need really for this to be cured. This is the roller motor, so instead of how conventional DTF printers, we usually have the conveyor belt inside this actual dryer area that runs the image through. But instead we have this roller at the front that'll pull it through, and that's how we're able to keep it so compact.
Okay, and then I would just cut it off like right here. Where would I cut it off when I'm ready?
So when you're done with your gang sheet, I would recommend just cutting it off right here through the bottom base. So
Okay.
you can go ahead and just get ready to go to your next gang sheet right away. You remove the roll, pull out the gang sheet, and let's start off on the next project.
Okay, awesome. And they told me that it prints about like what is it, 100? I can't remember.
100.
Transfers per hour or something like that.
Yes, that does sound comparable. For reference, I can show you. Earlier this morning, I haven't had actually the roller running because I wanted to show this for an example. All the pitch is really gathering there for this next transfer. But this is around 30 minutes worth of transfers, and as you can see, that's a pretty thick piece of paper.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
As you can see, the speed is very much not a problem over here. You go ahead, you can leave this running, you don't have to take care of it. This is a very great way to get your transfers for your projects done. So when it comes to printing speeds, as you can see just by staring at it, this is pretty fast. You are going to be able to get these transfers up and rolling for you quickly. You'll be able to move, leave this machine alone, and start working on other projects while you get everything ready over here. Now, the best part about this unit is that it's so compact that you don't really got to worry about space really. It becomes very house friendly. Very house friendly. This is something you can go ahead and keep into even a basic bedroom if you really wanted to.
Oh wow, in my bedroom?
Basic bedroom. You can keep it in a basic bedroom. If you have a larger closet, this could go into a larger closet. This is very house friendly.
And at the end of the day, with how small it is, you don't lose any of the features. As we spoke on the 12-02, it also brings all that you need. It brings the powder, so the way that it falls down, brings also the shaker, its own heating unit, its own panel to control it over there. It has the cooling solution right here, as well as the roller. So it brings the purifier, everything you see comes with the unit, and you don't miss any of the features over there, other than the two brands that are just more nozzles.
Okay, so for my viewers, and as you guys might have heard, that we know there's a lot of some controversy, some questions, some concerns with DTS, especially with the powder doing it at home. Ever since this influencer came out stating that, you know, he got cancer and stuff. So tell me, how safe is it with the powder? Even though we have the purifier, looks nice, do I need to wear a mask? What's the safety features?
So what I've seen most of the people do, and when it comes to safety, is having the purifier at 100%. It is a little bit loud, but it's a safer thing to do, right? I'm not sure if this one has it. This one has an oil compartment right here, all right, that whenever the powder gets down and it's already melted, it will start saving it in there. So we always recommend having the purifier at 100% and make sure it's always filtering, cleaning, to always try to stop that as much as you can.
Okay.
Right? So it can be most eco-friendly and the most safe thing for the consumer or the customer that's going to be having this machine.
Okay, so I have a laser engraver and I have the smoke purifier, but I can still smell the
You can
fumes.
still smell it.
So how is this one?
Depending on how high you have this, you're going to feel a smell or not. I have a lot of customers that have been that do not use it and the smell is accurate. Whenever they turn it on, it goes like this.
Okay.
So the smell is not something you have to worry about as long as you have this on. Okay? And you're making sure that you're taking care of this and you're making sure the filters are cool and everything.
Okay.
Although, so another thing you could do to reduce that smell also, if you take a look over at this side, there's a little extractor vent that goes ahead and throws it. If you actually attach a hose out here, you could actually lead that outwards. So all that smell, all that fume, any additional, even though it's purified at this point, it's really an additional safety feature. You can run that outside of your house and not have any of that smell.
So that's something that you would have to purchase separately?
Yes.
An extractor, okay.
Because you would have to go ahead and build that and set that up outside of your house.
And how do you change the filters? Or how often do you need to change the filters?
So what we recommend is, so this machine has a lot of consumable parts. What we recommend is, for the filters, is every 3 months. There's like 3 levels of filters. There's one that you have to switch every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how much usage you're doing. One every 3 months, and another one every 6 months. All right. So that's the third one. Whenever you get the machine, you're gonna get a full bag of each one of the filters. So you know you're gonna have that one, but once that runs out, you might need to.
Okay. So now I want to ask you guys about the ink. How do you load the ink? How long does the ink last? Different things like that. What do they need to know?
So when starting the loading ink process, what it does, it goes ahead and transfers all the ink that's inside the ink tanks into the printhead. So to load your ink tanks, all you would have to do is remove the cap. This comes close, of course. You remove this, open up the tank, remove this, and just pour it straight in.
Okay.
Very user-friendly. It also lets you know when it's running low. When you have this alarm on, it'll start swirling like just like that. Lights will be on. The one that's emptier will have this flashing.
Okay. Also let you know automatically if it's flashing, that means it's out of ink or it needs more ink. And that'll let you know that before it gets to the end. Okay.
So you don't want this to actually run out of ink, because what that does, it leads to potential air flowing into the lines, and that could cause a clog, that could cause multiple issues. So for that, we introduced a safety feature that basically lets you know when it's about to run out. So in order to get these printheads full of ink, there's a setting that you have to go over here and do. That'd be a load ink on your machine. Right? All you'd have to do is come over here to settings, go over to this section right here where it says load ink, click on load ink, and it'll start the loading ink process. Typically you want to run it for about 30 seconds.
Okay.
You come over here, you could actually hear the machine start doing that.
I hear it.
Right. Over here, now we take a look at the actual printhead area. We move it to the left a little bit. You can actually see the ink stacks themselves. They'll have ink poured into them. You can see the outline of all the inks and whatnot.
Okay.
You could actually see some drip. This happens when you don't do a clean right after the load ink, because the printheads themselves stay with excess ink on them.
Okay. So you always want to do a clean first.
You always want to do it clean, because afterwards you're going to have that excess ink on the printheads that has been flushing out.
So the way the load ink works is, we saw the ink stacks, they create like a little vacuum seal on the printhead, and what it does is, using the pumps that we're listening to right now, is they're sucking ink into the lines, filling up the dampers, and then filling up the printhead.
Okay.
Right? Then you want to hit a clean so all the excess is cut out and you're ready to print.
And I know I'm more of a visual person. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are. So like dampers, clog, this clog. Like I would need to see it firsthand.
Of course.
So now, how is the maintenance? Is the maintenance like pretty easy? Because that's going to be a big thing. That's the number one question with people getting a DTF printer.
So we have levels of maintenance when it comes to maintenance. We have daily maintenance, which is something you need to do. We have actually on your Ricoma portal, you're going to have a start of the day process of maintenance and an end of the day process of maintenance. So every time you start the machine, every time you time to print, you're gonna have to do a maintenance, which is just loading in for 30 seconds, then doing a clean, and then checking and doing another clean. That'll be it for your morning. For your night, or for your end of the day cleaning, you're gonna have to move it to the left, all the way to the left, all the way to the mirror, and then there's gonna be 2 ink stacks that you see. So we want to clean always around the black area of the ink stack. If you see I have ink already, always around there, so you can make sure that the vacuum is always at 100% and you're not letting air in through the little ink. Also, we want to wipe down the wiper. As you can see, this also gets filled up with ink, so we want that to make sure it's always clean. Not only that,
every day.
every day before at the end of the day. Not only that, we need to, with the capping solution that the box brings, we need to wet cap the print head. This we do it so the ink doesn't stay that long in the print head. It's always, within with the water in, with the capping solution, so it doesn't plug up the ink. Okay. After that, you just put it back in, and you'll be ready to go.
Pretty much self-explanatory once you get the hang of it.
Yep. It takes less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
All the maintenance on the start of the day as well as the end of the day.
Okay, so now what about, because I'm about to be traveling, I'm about to be going away. So what about when a person goes away and they're not printing for a week?
It really depends how long your vacation is. So if it's gonna be out for a week, what I recommend is clicking the lines and just leaving it wet cap.
Okay.
For how long? And if you're gonna turn off the machine, it's gonna be turn it off right here. So the white ink circulation, it's always on while it does, right?
Okay.
If you're going away for a whole month, I'll recommend a different type of thing, which is just closing the lines, taking out the printheads and flushing the printheads and putting them in a safe space, so they don't clog up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's easy. It's easy.
Or if you have someone else working in your business, they can continue.
Yeah, they can continue running.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I pretty much covered like pretty much all the basics. As far as aesthetics goes, you guys, you see it's small, it's compact, it's affordable. I mean, it's in the budget-friendly price range for a DTF starting your business. It comes with pretty much everything you need, everything you see here. And there's there's a special going on. Now, how long is that lasting?
I have no idea.
All right.
But
for today, from I don't know how long, I'll try to get the information, but if you purchase this right now or within the next, maybe month or so, I'm not sure, I'll try to have the information down. When you purchase this for only, what's the price?
I think it's $995 right now.
Right under $10,000, you will get it's a 15 by 15 or 16 by 20.
16 by 20.
They get the 16 by 20. Do y'all hear that? So you can start your business with the DTF, and of course you need a heat press to press the transfers. So if you already have a heat press, that's good. If you have a 15 by 15, you get a bigger, you get an upgrade, you get the 16 by 16, and this is an auto open. All right, I had this heat press, but I had the 15 by 15. This is the much better one. Okay, so auto open, pull out drawer. So you got a whole package to start your business, guys. So thank you so much. I think I pretty much covered everything. Thank you for my camera lady. She walking away, beautiful Brianna. But I just want to bring you all the different specs, all the features on this DTF because it is coming out in October. And as of right now, it's a 12-inch automatic. Everything is automated. You got the printer, you got the oven, and you got the purifier. Cut it off at the end. I don't think we talked about that, right?
Yeah, we did talk about the roller, how it's end up here, and then just roll it out and cut it. Or you can just get the whole gang sheet and sell it as a whole gang sheet.
Okay,
awesome. This end up rolling.
Okay, so this is where you cut it off at, and you load it from the rear. Anything else they need to know, guys?
Not really. Just start printing and start living it.
And start making money with your DTF. All right, so this is the brand new. Oh, what's the measurement? So I know someone's gonna ask the measurements.
So the measurement, whenever you're doing the signs, it will be, you have 12 inches and 52 yards of paper because it counts as a full roll.
Okay, and what's the actual specs and the measurements of the printer?
So this machine, lengthwise, is around 80 inches.
80 inches long? Okay, so if you guys need to know, like, if you have enough space, 80 inches long, and about how wide is it?
This one, I believe, is at around 31 to 32.
31 to 32, and this you can place on a stand, correct?
You can place on the table. We actually have it on the showroom and the table over there.
Okay.
So this part up here can be elevated. So can the dryer as well, but this part alone can be elevated. You'll be able to keep it in this. The paper will continue feeding us short. And if you even want to, you can adjust this little heating tray down here.
Ooh, okay.
And you can go all the way up. Get that angle just right for you.
Now, what would be the benefit or the reason you would want to elevate it?
So the reason for elevating, let's say you don't have the full space, 80 inches, but you have a table covering one side, you can kind of squeeze it in there.
Oh,
and
got
you. Can elevate this part and have that roll down still and conserve as much space. That's being
awesome, because I am definitely going to elevate mine. So that would bring it in so you wouldn't have so much. That's awesome. So glad I asked that. Okay, so you could either keep everything flat like this or elevate that and bring it in if you have less space to work with. Okay, and let's talk about the emergency stop. I think that's the only thing we didn't mention.
Yes, so safety is number one. First things first, you ever have anything occurring, a power surge or whatnot, we want you guys to be able to go ahead and stop your machine from getting burnt out. You see smoke occurring, God forbid, some way, somehow this starts going on fire. Very unlikely.
Please hope it doesn't.
We have our emergency stop right here, stops the whole operation, gets everything off. The only thing that keeps running is the whiting cycle.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so like you said, for any reason, anything happens, you want to hit the emergency stop, okay? Guys, I really thank you. I appreciate you so much for doing this full interview for me. If you have any issues, if you have any questions, if you purchase any DTF, you can always contact them. You got Diego and you got Eric, the best text from Ricoma. All right, guys, it's a wrap here at Deco Summit Live here on the showroom floor here in Miami, Florida. And as always, I'm bringing you the latest and greatest. Again, this one comes out in October. Links are down below in the description box. We'll see you next time. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep printing, keep pressing, and always move in grace. Peace.